The fantasy season is creeping closer and closer. That's why your boys over here at Fourth and Flex are mocking it like it's hot, baby.
Perfect.
We are back. Welcome back to the Fourth and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Bandy. That's Trey. And the time is now. Buddy, what's happening?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Another week, another mock draft. We are here drafting it up with some dudes that we don't even know. Some of them we do. Either way, we're going to have a good time and good draft. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm so pumped to be mocking again, man.
Yeah.
For real.
It's mock time, baby.
It is. It is. There's a couple slots that are still needed full in our sleeper draft. Pop that on the screen for you, for those of you playing the home game. But I think we're just going to run with a couple bots, a couple computers, kind of mix it up, and just go right ahead, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's get her going. Starting the mock draft. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm randomizing it first. After all that talk in the chat, man, I better randomize it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Random.
You're at the one, big dog.
Starting mock draft, 30 seconds on the clock. Your boy Bandy at the one. Wow. My pick of the litter. You know what I got to do, though, right?
Got to.
You have to. You get the first pick. You take Christian McCaffrey.
Got to.
Somebody in the comments on Sleeper not looking too happy with the spot they got at the 12. It's
at the 12, followed by 4 computers.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Very
good stuff,
interesting.
good
Very
stuff.
interesting.
I'm loving it, buddy. I'm loving it. I mean, you go one, you take CMC, right?
You have to.
Half PPR mock draft? I don't know.
I'm
Let's
4
see.
at the 4 spot, and after 2 and 3 goes CD Lamb, Tyreek. I take Amon-Ra over Jamar Chase over Justin Jefferson. Got to take a risk, baby.
You got to. Let's see here. Go number 2 is CD Lamb, of course, a guy that number 1 wide receiver last season. Of course, he's going to go there this season. Then Tyreek Hill goes. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Jamar Chase goes right after. Bijan, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Breece Hall, A.J. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, and then Jonathan Taylor at the end and turns right around and gets Garrett Wilson.
Solid picks, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, you're right, buddy. It is some solid picks over there. Sir Bongs a lot, man. Our YouTube member, man. I forgot to pop him up there in the clouds as per usual.
He's in the mock. He's locked in.
Yes, sir. Loving it, baby. Doing some mocking over here at Fourth and Flex, man. We've been mocking like crazy, my friend.
Oh yeah, always.
Let's talk about some stuff here, buddy. What you picked Amon-Ra over Jamar Chase? You just think Amon-Ra's got a better ceiling?
Yeah, man, to be honest, I have them both at the same level, but I do think Amon-Ra has a higher ceiling and Jamar Chase has a much lower floor.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thing with Burrow, is he's just now cleared for contact, but what does cleared for contact really mean outside of the doctor says he can be hit? Doesn't mean they're going to let him be hit yet. Is he really ready to go? That's the biggest worry.
It is. The real Slim Burrow, please stand up. Rocking the blonde.
Oh, yeah. It was a dare.
Yeah, is that what he says?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
It was a dare. But just own
you
it.
Dare
baby.
yourself?
Yeah, I dare myself to get. Hey, just go with it. Just own it, my friend. And does that coincide with the Eminem album coming out,
right,
and all that?
Maybe there's some secret message that he wants to tell to his fans based on a song.
Sir Bongsalot taking Mike Evans at the 211. Trey, how do you feel about that?
I like it.
Yeah, as a Bucks fan, I'm digging it myself, man. Man, the wide receivers. It's been wide receiver crazy in this draft, man. I'm on the clock now with 7 seconds. Oh God. I'll grab me some Pacheco, Christian McCaffrey, Isaiah Pacheco, and then I'll head over to the wide receivers. Brandon Ayuk is at the top of that list. A lot of questions. Debo, Stephon Diggs, man. Feels like I missed a lot of the good ones already, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, you got to grab them quick and to get one of the top guys, those top guys over there.
Yeah. I love Nico Collins higher on the draft boards than Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I like it too.
Who would have thought Nico Collins going at the beginning of the 3rd round?
Yeah, man.
Who would have thought that?
I don't know anybody that would have thought that.
I mean, where did we get him last year?
8, 9 round.
Maybe even later.
Yeah, sometimes even later. In our drafts, it was 8, 9 because it's all we talked about on the pod. But
well, I mean, we now we had a good reason to. Now he's freaking up there.
Yeah. Sir Bong's going with Alvin Kamara. I love it.
Yeah, I know you do, buddy. I know you rocks with some. I know you rock with Kamara, man. You big talks of Kamara. Honestly, I feel like Kamara's being undervalued a lot 100%, this season,
bro.
Why?
Just no talk about it.
I mean, if you're going strictly by analytics, the analytics of everything, maybe they're looking at last year's, stats. I mean, he was out for 6 games. He still had a great year.
100%.
I just don't understand the hate on Alvin Kamara.
Jumping to my draft board real quick. So I took Amon-Ra first overall. Then I grabbed me some Devon A-Chain in the 2nd round, which, really I was worried about that for a long time. But lately I've been thinking about it, and like the sky's the limit for this dude. Obviously, you take risks in drafts, but this dude has the potential to be running back 1. Obviously, there's some question marks with injuries and how they're going to use him. But, I mean, the dude went off when he was on the field last year. Why not take him when you can? I mean, if you got Devon A-Chain on your team, he might just be a league winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Sir Bonzalot says he already had Evans. Or he might have gone Rashad White there. Didn't want to put too many Buccaneers on his team, man. I get it. That's the smart move. So that's why he went Alvin Kamara. Makes sense. And I love the Kamara pick, Trey.
No doubt. I also got Deebo Samuel with my 3rd pick, which I think is great value. I've been watching receivers, and maybe that's pumped up the Deebo Samuel in my head. But he's looking good just from hearing him talk on receivers on Netflix.
Honestly, I passed on Deebo. Like, I was looking at my board. I saw Nico there, Deebo there. My heart said, go Deebo. That is the correct answer. But Nico Collins, I just feel like that guy has established himself as the number 1 wide receiver. I know that's hard to believe. Stephon Diggs coming in, probably going to try to take that from him, but I feel like Nico can hold on to that wide receiver 1 position on the team. What do you think?
Definitely.
All right, buddy. Let's see this. How you liking the way your team is going, buddy? Wide receiver, running back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decent start. I got me some Aaron Jones in the 4th round. Minnesota, I really think he's going to be the boss hog in that backfield.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get, taking a little bit of risk and then setting back with a couple players. I feel like Deebo Samuel and Aaron Jones got a pretty solid floor set out for them. And then Amon-Ra and Devon A-Chain, the sky's the limit with those guys. So
yeah. I rolled it up with Christian McCaffrey. Then I got Isaiah Pacheco at the end of the 2nd round. Nico Collins, my first wide receiver on the board. Now I'm back on the clock. I'm going K9 Kenneth Walker in the 4th round, and then I'm going right back, going to grab me another wide receiver. Looking at my list here, Zay Flowers is there. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Zay Flowers coming out of camp, Trey.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Let's see. Higgins is there. Tank Dell also there. Keenan Allen down there. I don't think Keenan Allen will make his way back to me. He's a little bit down the draft board, but I'm going to take it, buddy.
I like it. I like the pick. I was looking at that for my next one, so good snipe there, buddy.
Sniping like the good old days. Good stuff, buddy. Hey, guys, anywhere that you are watching us, please don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to 4th and Flex if you haven't done so already. We got folks over there watching on TikTok. My boys at TikTok, tap the screen.
Tap it up.
Yes, sir. We are live everywhere, Trey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I already know who my next pick is, if he's still there, and he is the top 10 running back, James Conner, baby. Let's go.
I saw James Conner there, man. And after our running back episode where we did our rankings last week, go back and check on that if you haven't watched it yet. Trey threw it out there, man, live, talking about James Conner going to be ranked number 10 in the running back rankings.
Yes, sir.
A very, very hot take. I'll be honest. There's been a lot of, there has been a lot of good comments on a lot of the videos that we put out about James Conner. A lot of people saying he's a solid dude. It's a good call. It surprised me, Trey, honestly. Like, I just thought we would get a little bit of hate for that.
Yeah, man. I think people are picking up what I'm putting down.
I guess
you know what I'm saying?
I guess so. Let's see here. Fantasy football roll. Want to do another mock after? We'll see what happens, my friend. We'll see what happens. It depends how long this bad boy goes on. But hey, go on over to Sleeper. Bandy be flexing. Send me a friend request over there, man, because we're gonna be mocking a lot as the season gets closer. We'd love to do one with you, my friend.
No doubt, no doubt.
Buddy, old pal. Let's see, man. First quarterback off the board. Patrick Mahomes was the first quarterback. Wait a minute. No. Jalen Hurts was the first quarterback off the board at the 3-8. Okay. And then Kelsey goes Josh Allen, then Patrick Mahomes. Laporta went before Kelsey, though. Woo!
That's a hot take.
I love me some Laporta. If that's your guy, and you want him, I felt like you could have waited around, maybe even 2. But he's not a guy that sits there long.
Without a doubt. I reached on my last pick a little bit for DeAndre Hopkins, but I just think that he is way too far down the draft board for a wide receiver 1 who's done the kind of numbers DeAndre Hopkins has.
Also, we have another season with Will Levis. I'm seeing coming out of camp a lot of confidence in Will Levis. Will Levis even said, it's not about making a deep playoff run. It's Super Bowl for us. That's Will Levis. I mean, That's what the Titan fans want to hear, but I'm just saying they've had another season to kind of get to know each other a little better and figure things out, Trey.
Without a doubt.
I'm on the board again, man. I got to tell you, I got Pollard, Mostert, Brooks, Nick Chubb looking up at me there. It's getting close. 4 seconds. I'll go with some Raheem Mostert. Why not? I'm going to take a look over, kind of just drift over to my quarterbacks, see what I've got going on over there. Joe Burrow's still there. Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, a very, very good quarterback for fantasy, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm going Joe Burrow, baby. I know he's just coming off the injury, but he's been cleared for takeoff, cleared for contact. Give me a Joe Burrow.
I like it, man. Joe Burrow with the clear for contact. We'll see, Slim Shady.
Yeah, buddy. I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah. And my man is still there, and I'm grabbing him in every draft because guess what? He is running at full speed. This man squatted 600 pounds just the other day after tearing MCL, ACL, TCL, BCL, ABCD, GCL. Give me some Nick Chubb.
I wanted him. I really did, buddy. I really wanted to grab Nick Chubb. I mean, we saw his ankle bend forward. I think that's why people are like, I don't know. We'll see what happens, Maybe we get Nick Chubb. Maybe we get the same old Nick Chubb. Maybe we don't. I think Nick Chubb in the 7th round is definitely worth the risk, Trey.
Oh, man. I'm back on the clock again, and I probably should go receiver here or quarterback or tight end, but there's another running back that I really just want on my team, and so I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to stop grabbing running backs after that. Give me Austin Eckler.
Okay. I was hoping our boy Austin Eckler would make his way back to me. It's almost insane to me how people are just expecting him to fail.
Yeah, I mean, I got him in the 8th round, and last year I got him in the 1st.
Yeah, he was going as the first sometimes running back off the board last season, and things have changed. But I really think that you could count on Austin Eckler to be a running back. You're number 2 running back on your team, Trey. Don't you agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
And I'm back on the clock, bro. We are in the 8th round, the end of the 8th round. I need some wide receivers, definitely, for my team. So I'm going to take a look over the wide receivers. Keon Coleman there. Christian Watson. Romeo Doubs still there. I'm going to reach a little bit here because I don't think he'll make it back to me. Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, man.
Give me Curtis Samuel, okay? At the end of the 8th round, they're talking about using Curtis Samuel in so many different ways on the Bills, man. I'm excited to see it. It was either Keon Coleman or Curtis Samuel. I think Curtis Samuel is going to be the better wide receiver. Do you think so?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I have 7 seconds left, and I need to pick somebody. Oh, I need a wide receiver. Oh, Shakir. Oh, dang. I didn't mean to do that.
Hey, you get hot on that clock, boy.
I did, man. I didn't want another Bills wide receiver on my team. I'm literally sitting here talking about how, I think Curtis Samuel was going to be better. If I was going to get one, at least give me freaking Keon Coleman. I honestly, I was thinking Jacoby Myers or Christian Watson.
Yeah, I like Christian Watson.
Coming off an injury, Christian Watson, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're sleeping on him right now because of that, but I think that he actually has a lot of potential, especially in the 9th round.
Absolutely, and we have seen we have seen Jordan Love and Christian Watson's chemistry really take off, and not last year, but the year before that. So we know that these guys can be something together. I think we're going to get a good Christian Watson this year, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the 9th round, going my quarterback, taking the stack. Give me Jared Goff with my Amon-Ra as my first pick.
Okay.
Stacking the boys up for a great year coming up.
Yeah, I hope so, buddy. I really hope that they do very well this year. I've been quoted as saying that I think the Lions are going to be a team to be scared of this season, Trey.
Yeah, man. And then taking TJ Hawkinson in the 10th round. I mean, that's just crazy to me. I understand he's on the PUP list. That doesn't mean that he's not ready to go when the season starts. I mean, this dude, like, top 5 tight end several years in a row, and he's going in the 10th round.
Uh-huh.
Like, what? I mean, yes, he got hurt, but that doesn't mean he's just done for.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look at Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm. A lot of teams will do those type of things to kind of
fill bench spots.
Right, exactly. You know, they're kind of manipulate the way that they can hold on to more players and stuff like that. So you'll see a lot of that going on behind the scenes. I'm on the clock. Jacoby Myers is still there. Cortland Sutton sitting at the top. I am not feeling Cortland Sutton this year, buddy. I got to be honest with you. How you feeling about Cortland Sutton?
I'm not feeling good about a single Broncos player.
You just don't know what you're going to get.
No, you do not.
I'm going to go with a guy that really surprised people, not all season, because I feel like my Shakir pick kind of was not the right pick. Jacoby Myers, I'm going to grab him. He really did well when we didn't expect him to in Las Vegas. And I believe he's going to have, instead of Aiden O'Connell, I think he'll have Gardner Minshew throwing him the ball. So I think he's somebody that you could really count on to be value.
Yeah, I can dig it, man.
I really probably need to get a tight end because a lot of the good ones are gone here. I'm gonna grab a guy that really did well at times last season in Cole Kmet as my tight end in the 11th round, Trey.
Yeah, man, got him a new quarterback, rookie Caleb Williams. I guarantee you Cole Kmet gets some work this year.
Yeah, I mean, he got work. He was a great tight end with Justin Fields, and Justin Fields was iffy.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams has got to be a little better.
No doubt, no doubt.
Even if he's only as good as Justin Fields, I feel like Cole Kmet will get plenty of work.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Rookie quarterbacks, you know?
I'm back on the clock in the 11th round, and I'm reaching for this wide receiver 1 on their team, and I got no problem taking him in the 11th round. Probably was okay taking him in the 8th. Give me Joshua Palmer, baby.
I knew it.
People are sleeping on the Chargers, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, with good reason, honestly. I'm sleeping on the Chargers a little bit. But Josh Palmer, I think, is a great pick in the what round are we in? In the 11th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick because you're getting a wide receiver 1 for your team, and it's value no matter what happens, you know?
Yes, sir. And I'm back on the clock again.
Oof.
Look at this clock is putting some pressure on me.
Yeah, it is. Those 30-second clocks don't play, buddy. Do not play. In the 12th round, this draft is going by very, very fast.
I'm going to take me a backup tight end here just in case TJ Hawkinson doesn't start the year. I want to make sure I'm good. I've got me some Tyler Conklin. He gets the PPR. I know this is half PPR, but he definitely gets the catches. Whether the yards he gets is the difference. He gets some touchdowns here and there. Maybe Aaron Rodgers puts some work for him just in case TJ Hawkinson doesn't start the season.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. I like it. So don't forget kickers and defenses in this league, buddy. In the 12th round, rounds 14 and 15. In a lot of leagues that we're in, we like to take our kickers and defense. Wait till the very end, unless there's somebody you really have your eye on. So my quarterback is Joe Burrow right now. Okay, I'm gonna look and grab a backup guy, a guy that I think is going to do very well for his team, a guy that was undervalued last season, a guy that has done nothing but get better.
Baker Mayfield
In the 12th round, my backup quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
How did I know?
You just know, buddy. You just know. So it looks like I got one more pick. This will be my last pick before we go. So this is kind of be my dart throw pick, a guy that I might think could do great, and a guy that might do great. Give me Antonio Gibson.
I can dig it.
The Patriots. Antonio Gibson is a guy that has been the bane of a lot of our fantasy football minds and brains for the last, 3 or 4 years, Trey?
Yeah, man.
Never knowing what we're going to get with Antonio Gibson. Is he going to be the PPR monster that we hoped he would be? Here's my thoughts. Ezekiel Elliott last season, what did they do to use him on the Patriots? They threw the ball to him. Antonio Gibson is a very good pass-catching back. I know the coaches and all that have changed, but I think that is the plan with Antonio Gibson.
I mean, Antonio Gibson's always been the PPR kind of guy,
Exactly.
and the teams that have used him for that, he's excelled. And when they don't, he doesn't.
Commanders, when they had the right situation going on, which was very rare, when things were clicking for the Commanders, Antonio Gibson was catching the ball 4 yards out and taking it a 20-yarder. Just saying.
Yep.
Whoa, mocking it like it's hot, baby. I'm loving it, buddy. I'm loving it like Mickey D's in this place.
I took Brandon Cooks with my last pick. Obviously he's on Dallas and he's had some ups and downs, but maybe he turns it around a little bit this year. I almost went and got me some Jaleel McLaughlin. I said I didn't want any part of the Broncos, but I might want a little piece of their running back room. It's a lot of question marks there. So if you could take a risk with your final pick, grab one of the running backs for the Broncos, it might just pay off for you. However, I already had a lot of running backs on my team, and so I wanted to create a little bit more wide receiver depth.
No, I get it. Yeah, good pick. I love the Brandon Cooks of it all, my friend. It's my turn now. Let me get a good defense here on the board. Dolphins are there. The Seahawks were a good D last year. The Lions D was pretty good last year. I'm really dealing between the Dolphins and the Lions for my defense, Trey. What do you think?
I personally would lean Lions.
Yeah, they got it. They have Aiden Hutchinson over there. Mm-hmm. They've got some good stuff going on there. Give me the Lions. Okay, we actually the fantasy football roll popping into the comments. Got one for us, Trey. I know it's a little early, baby, but are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is how my team is looking in a dynasty 2 quarterback league. Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow, Kanine Walker, Swift, AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, DK Metcalf, Kittle and Pitts for the tight ends, T. Higgins, Pickens, stacked IDP bench, and good picks and thoughts. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, I like the team actually. I like the take. You got your safe Joe Burrow. Obviously, there's an injury worry, but it's a safe pick, and we know that he can prove himself for fantasy. And then you took a risk with Caleb Williams, who could be a league winner, obviously, if he pays off for the way they think he's going to. Yeah. You got Walker and Swift, which are not terrible running back picks. AJ Brown, who I think is being slept on in drafts just because there's so many great wide receivers out there. But AJ Brown easily could be a top 10 wide receiver this year. No problem. Malik Neighbors, great pick there. Drake London, a guy who's drastically going to go up this year. DK Metcalf, another guy that I feel like is just slept on every year in drafts. because of his volatility, but he definitely has some big games. Kittle and Pitts, just in case Pitts really shows up and shows out. But you got the consistency with Kittle, which I love. T. Higgins, another guy that's, we're still iffy about, but it was probably a lower draft pick. You got him at value. I like it. And then Pickens, who I have been growing more and more on every week. Yeah, man, I like the team.
I do too, man. A dynasty situation too. You got Caleb, you got the young guy, you got Burrow, which you can use for trade fodder possibly later if Caleb Williams tends to pay off, right? K9 is great, especially if he's not injured. I love K9. Let's see here. Swift, AJ Brown. AJ Brown is a monster. I love it. Drake London is going to have a great year with Kirk Cousins behind in the
For
helm.
sure.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Stacked IDP bench too. It's a good looking team, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love, what I like about the team? There's some younger folk to kind of have your back. There's a couple old guys thrown in there, and there are guys that are going to be consistent for you at years to come.
Yeah, it's a good overall, all around good dynasty team, I think.
Exactly. T. Higgins, I think next year goes to a different team, absolutely, and probably become the wide receiver 1 there. So you might be set for next year with a wide receiver 1.
Very possible.
Wide receiver 2 this year, wide receiver 1 next year. I like it. Let's see. Sir Bums a lot. Thanks for the mock, bros. Made a few mistakes. Catch you next time.
Thank you, Sir Bongs a lot. Our one and only member. You're the best.
Love that guy. Hey, and the Fantasy Football Roll says IDP is Hutchinson, Myles Garrett, Derwin James with Sauce on the bench. It's only 3 IDP slots.
Hey, I like it, man. Those are my kind of guys. I love me some Hutchinson and IDP. I had him last year, and
Myles
he went
Garrett.
off for me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Myles Garrett, bro, he broke the sack record last year, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. I love it.
And then Sauce Gardner, I guarantee you he goes off this year with a team that actually is winning games. He's going to have a lot more energy out there on the field.
He's got that sauce. Saucy, my friend. Saucy. All right, let's take a look at the big board here, Trey. Let's see. How you feeling? How do you think your team shaped out, buddy?
Man, I'm loving, when the mocks first started this year, I was really worried because I just kept feeling like I wasn't getting players that at the right level. I don't know. It was just not paying off for me. And now I'm looking at my team every week, and when I'm mocking, and I'm seeing Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler, and I'm like, I got round 1 picks all day in the 6th, 7th, 8th. It don't matter. I mean, I'm loving the value.
Yeah, I got to tell you, buddy, I'm not normally – it never falls to me this way. I never get to draft from the 1 spot. It just doesn't happen for me. It's just – even when they do those, 100-yard runs and it's all left up to chance, your boy never ends up at the 1. But I got to tell you, I feel like I drafted a very good team at the 1 spot here, buddy.
Yeah, man, I don't hate it at all. You got Christian McCaffrey, Isaiah Pacheco, Kenneth Walker, Raheem Mostert, and Antonio Gibson as your running backs. Nico Collins, Keenan Allen, Curtis Samuel. That's a great starting 3. Khalil Shakur and Jacoby Myers on the bench. You got you some Joe Burr and some Baker Mayfield to back him up with some Cole Kmet. It ain't a bad team at all, my dude.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit him with the Joey Brr for the first time this season, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's kind of go through here, man.
I'm the Joe Burrow. Yes, I'm the Joe Burrow. Are you the Joe Burrow?
Oh God. I love how his picture on Sleeper is absolutely it is. Let me find it.
I see it. What? It is Slim Shady.
On a computer, it ain't there, but
on the phone, it is.
On the phone, it's there. Okay, come on, Sleeper.
That's great. I love how Sleeper does that stuff.
I know, right? Like, what was it? Kelsey last year had Taylor Swift. What are some?
Amon-Ra was wearing the Sphinx hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. All right, buddy. Let's take a look at some teams here. Just do a couple of random gradings of these teams. Let's do Sir Bongs a lot's team, Trey. He said he made a couple mistakes. That 30-second clock, you know how it can burn you a little bit. But I'm going to name it off for you, man. Sir Bongs-a-lot took CeeDee Lamb at the 1, Mike Evans at the 2, Alvin Kamara, Mark Andrews, T. Higgins, Ramondre Stevenson, Dak Prescott as his QB1, Deontay Johnson, who is now a Cardinals player or Carolina Panthers player. Then you got Gus Edwards, who are hearing a lot of good things coming out of camp, by the way. Romeo Doubs, Rashid Shaheed, J.K. Dobbins, Aaron Rodgers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, and Brandon Aubrey as his kicker.
Hey, Brandon Aubrey was the #1 kicker last year, so let's go.
Let's go.
But looking at his team, man, I love his wide receivers. I love his selection. I love T. Higgins if you can get him as your wide receiver 3. If you get him as your wide receiver 2, I think it's going to hurt you a little bit. But he's got great backups with Deontay Johnson and Romeo Doubs and Rashid Shaheed. His running backs, he's got Alvin Kamara and Ramondre Stevenson. However, he got Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, which I like.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you get one of those guys, you have to get both. But I feel like you lose a draft pick because one of them is going to take off, and that's the guy you're going to start, and the other guy you can drop. But, you know, sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit, and maybe you need to lose that draft pick, you know, to get the guaranteed guy for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Harbaugh loves to run the ball, man, and he's going to do that. And so one of these guys is going to take off. I just think, you know, you can either take a risk on one or you can guarantee you get one good one and take both.
Yeah, you're right, buddy. You're right. Yeah, first, wait a minute. Harbaugh, right? It's his brother. Like, So they went from one Harbaugh coach to another Harbaugh coach.
No, it's the same Harbaugh, but then you got the other brother is at the Ravens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were on the Ravens last season. Gus Edwards
right.
and J.K. Dobbins.
That's true. Yeah. So the Edwards and Dobbins went from Harbaugh to Harbaugh. I see what you're saying.
They're playing hardball over there. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's. You want to hit me with a grade, buddy? Oh,
yeah.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Oh, we got Bongs.
Yeah, give Bongs a grade on his team.
I would give this team. I'm going to say it's early in the season. I'll give it a B- for now. When we get closer to the season, we'll see how that changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just want to point out that I think this past Thursday was the last Thursday without football when it preseason and all that such, man. I mean, we're preseason's next week, dog.
It's coming, dog.
Next week. Whew. Whew. I'm getting pumped again. You know, it's that time of year, bro, where my heart just starts thumping ready.
I feel you.
I start watching stuff on YouTube, like the Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl in 2020, and like I start getting pumped again, you know? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I like the grade for Sir Bong's team. A lot of good picks, a lot of value, a lot of guys that could turn out to be better later down the way. Let's take a look at Trey's team here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devin A. Chain, Debo Samuel, Aaron Jones, James Conner, DeAndre Hopkins, Nicky D. Chubb, Austin Eckler, Jared Goff, T.J. Hawkinson, Joshua Palmer, Tyler Conklin, Brandon Cooks, the Eagles, and Tyler Bass as your kicker. I just want to point something out here. 7th round, 8th round, you got Nick Chubb and you got Austin Eckler back-to-back, 7th and 8th. Both of these guys last season, you got them. You weren't getting both of these guys last season.
No,
they were going in the first round, both of them.
Exactly.
Just saying, like, I understand that situations have changed. People have gotten older, but I mean, you got 2 first-round picks in the 7th and 8th.
Right, and they're my backup running backs. So if they don't pan out, oh well.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they do pan out, I've got 3 first-round picks on my team.
And another thing, look, the season starts. Then what do? You take Nick Chubb, you put him in that IR slot, you pick somebody else up. Bloop. Exactly.
Go get me some Jaleel McLaughlin, who's still out there on the old waiver wire.
Jaleel McLaughlin. No relation to Sarah McLaughlin. Just so everybody knows out there. Tyler Algier out there. You know, there's still some value to be had out there. Just saying, man. Just saying. And as the season grows closer, another thing I could tell you, another tip, man, if your commissioner is mocking before preseason, I think that's a mistake. I mean, you need to be mocking, I think, the week before starting. You know what I mean? That way, if anything happens, I mean, I'm getting things on my phone. Oh, this guy's out for the season.
You mean
already.
drafting, not mocking.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant for your real drafts.
Right.
Exactly, for your real drafts. This guy's out for the season. Oh, well, I drafted him in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And some people like that, though, because it's like, you know, it's more of a gamble. But to me, I like, you know, I want to know what's happening right up until the time it starts.
Listen, injuries are going to happen. That's the name of the game of fantasy football. Injuries are going to happen. Now, I want to start at least my season with a fully healthy team.
Yeah.
Is that so much to ask?
It is so much to ask. I remember a couple years ago, I can't think, maybe it was last year before, I drafted J.K. Dobbins. And before the season even started, I had to drop him.
Exactly.
I'm like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? But let's take some more looks at your team. You took Amon-Ra at the 1. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised at the how heavy of the running back style you kind of took here. I feel like normally you go more wide receiver.
I do, but the running backs were falling right there where I needed them to, and I just had to go out there and get them.
Exactly, and it all depends on where you're drafting from, Trey. Normally, you're a back of the bus type of guy, you know,
I am.
Sitting at the 10, 11, even 12 sometimes. So a lot of times, wide receiver is the goal for you. Like, that's where you have to go in order to build a great team, because normally all those running backs are falling in the beginning, you know?
Right.
And then yeah, and that's another thing, man. Like, you know, be able have a how much I said this, have a plan going into your drafts. Have a plan, but be able to pivot. You know, you never
100%.
know what's going to happen. You know, that's what I love about fantasy football, man. It's just like that.
And don't let it destroy you.
Yeah.
You know, if your plan gets deviated, you know, you got to have a plan B, a plan C, a plan E.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, somebody takes what your plan was, it's not working out, the players aren't falling, and you start getting frustrated and just grabbing random guys. That's how you're going to lose your year.
You lose it already before it even starts. Exactly. So just be prepared, but also be prepared to be prepared.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Let's see. Debo, here's your running backs: Devin A. Chain, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler. I mean, banging, right? Devin A. Chain might be sharing with Mostert, but when he was healthy and him and Mostert were both on the field, they were both making money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Your wide receivers go Amon-Ra, Debo, D-Hop, Joshua Palmer, Brandon Cooks. I feel like for you, that's more of a risk. Not weak, because these are all great wide receivers. Not weak, but riskier.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Amon-Ra is the least amount of risk, though. Just saying. Your tight end, TJ Hawkinson. I like grabbing Tyler Conklin just in case. Tyler Conklin on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. I just want to point out to you, what's that guy? For the Green Bay, he was the tight end. Kraft.
Yep.
Tyler Kraft?
Tucker Kraft.
Tucker Kraft. That guy was getting work when Aaron Rodgers was there. I'm just saying. Aaron Rodgers likes the tight ends. It's that short, quick, everybody's...
Let's just get a first down and keep going.
Exactly. So Tyler Conklin, I think, is a great backup, just in case type of guy. I like that, Trey. Let's see. Your quarterbacks, Jared Goff, who you got to stack with Amon-Ra. You just got Jared Goff, but that's okay, because if you go look at your quarterback list, there's still a couple guys that you're not going to love having, but they will fill that slot if things go wrong. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Russell Wilson's still down there, no problem.
Russell Wilson, bro, is like, there are rookies above him that we don't even know if they're going to be good or not.
He's gonna surprise some people, and he's gonna be a waiver wire ad week 2 or 3.
I agree with you. 100%. Russell Wilson with Mike Tomlinson, I think, is going to be a great pairing. Tomlinson's not going to take his bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's going to start trying to say, this is how it is. Tomlinson says, no, this is my team. This is how it's going to be. And not saying that Sean Payton wasn't that guy, but Sean Payton came after Russ. So it's a little harder. Tomlin's been there for years. Tomlin's team.
Yep.
I just think that they will be a great pairing.
Without a doubt.
Anyway, so if I'm looking at your team, I'm going to grade it. I'm going to give you a B.
I'll take a B.
I like the B for the running back love, the Nick Chubb and the Austin Eckler, the Jared Goff. They're just a little more riskier of a team than you usually do, but I love the risk that you took here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just going back to your team, if I had to throw a grade on it, I would give you a B- because you got 2 Buffalo receivers back to back.
Man, you know how that 30-second timer is. It scared me, bro. It scared me.
Hey, you got to have a plan for your plan.
You're right. Normally, hopefully, you have more than 30 seconds to draft when it's the real deal. But you're right, buddy. You're right. Whew. Mocking it, baby. Mocking it.
Mock season.
I love it. Guys, don't forget to follow Fourth and Flex over there anywhere. Hit the like button, subscribe, do all the things that we love for you to do, guys. We've got new gear coming out down in the description. You can get some Fourth and Flex shirts with the new era logo on them. They are looking fresh and so clean, man. Beanies, hats, anything you could think of, man. Go down there, check it out, because we got it.
We got it.
Anything left, Trey? Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm gonna leave it all on the table right there, man. That's it. That's all.
That's it. All right. Well, then I guess all that's left to say is thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall see thee on the next one.
Peace. Balls to steal this guy. He's got big balls.